If you have Flamin' Hot Cheetos or Takis in your pantry right now, you need to hear this before anyone in your house eats another handful. These two snacks contain petroleum-derived artificial dyes that require a mandatory warning label in Europe. In the United States, no warning, no label, nothing. Doctors at one children's hospital in Memphis say spicy snack problems send 100 to 150 kids to their facility every single month. A 17-year-old had her gallbladder removed. A 14-year-old died after eating a single chip. Today, we're going through 12 spicy snack brands you should stop buying and 5 that are actually safe. Let's get into it. Number 12, Zapp's Voodoo Heat. We're starting with this one because it's sneaky. Zapp's Voodoo Heat actually doesn't contain artificial dyes, MSG or TBHQ. On paper, it looks clean, and that's exactly the problem. People assume it's a safe choice when it's really not. A 1-ounce serving has 240 milligrams of sodium. An 8-ounce party bag, the kind you'd bring to a cookout, contains 1,920 milligrams. That's 83% of an adult's entire daily sodium limit in one bag. It's also cooked in peanut oil, which is one of the top 8 allergens, and that's not always obvious from the front of the package. Then there's autolyzed yeast extract, which contains naturally occurring glutamates. Some nutritionists consider this a form of hidden MSG. The lesson here is that no artificial colors on the label doesn't automatically mean safe. You still have to flip the bag over and read what's actually in it. And most people never do. They see kettle style and New Orleans and assume they're buying something artisan. But sodium doesn't care about branding. Now, before we move on, I should mention that as we go through this list, the brands get progressively worse. So if number 12 already surprised you, you'll want to stick around for the top 5. Number 11, Extreme Heat Challenge Chips. Beyond the specific brand we'll get to later, there's an entire category of ultra-hot challenge chips flooding the market right now. Products using Carolina Reaper peppers at 2.2 million Scoville units, Trinidad Moruga Scorpion at 2 million, and Pepper X at 2.69 million. For reference, pepper spray used by police sits at roughly the same concentration. The German Federal Institute for Risk Assessment issued a formal report warning that high capsaicin levels harbor real health risks. A medical toxicologist named Dr. Kelly Johnson Arbor explained that concentrated capsaicin can cause persistent vomiting, chest pain, and if untreated, esophageal rupture or even heart attack. Abachai, 15-year-old who ate a single Carolina Reaper pepper, developed severe headaches, high blood pressure, and abnormal narrowing of the arteries in his brain. These products are marketed as fun dares on TikTok, sold without age restrictions, and bought by kids who have no idea what they are putting into their bodies. Number 10, Blair's Death Rain Chips. Blair's has been around since the early 2000s and markets itself as the brand for heat seekers. Their hottest product, Blair's 16 million Reserve, is rated at 16 million Scoville units, which is pure capsaicin crystals. Only 999 bottles were ever produced, but even their regular chips have problems. The jalapeno cheddar variety contains yellow 5 and yellow 6, both of which require warning labels in Europe. It also contains disodium, inosinate, and guanylate, which are flavor enhancers that work alongside MSG. Here's the real issue though. Some of their formulations contain partially hydrogenated soybean oil. That's a source of artificial trans fats. The FDA effectively banned partially hydrogenated oils back in 2018 because of their direct link to heart disease. The fact that any product still contains them should be a red flag. And the whole death branding normalizes extreme consumption. It turns dangerous heat levels into a game, especially for teenagers. Number 9, Baked Flamin' Hot Cheetos. This is the one that might frustrate you the most because a lot of people switched to baked hot Cheetos thinking they were making a healthier choice. The bag says 50% less fat. Sounds good, right? Here's what it doesn't say. Baked hot Cheetos contain the exact same 4 artificial dyes as the original. Red 40 Lake, Yellow 6 Lake, Yellow 6, and Yellow 5. They contain the same MSG, the same disodium, inosinate, and guanylate, the same hydrolyzed corn protein. The only meaningful difference is 5 grams of fat instead of 10, and slightly less sodium, 220 milligrams versus 250. Every single controversial ingredient is still there. So if you switch to these thinking, you made a healthy choice. The 4 petroleum-based dyes, the MSG, and the flavor enhancers didn't go anywhere. They just reduced the fat and put baked on the label. That's it. Number 8. Funyuns Flamin' Hot. Funyuns feel harmless. They're shaped like little onion rings, they're light and airy, and most people think of them as a casual, less intense snack. But Funyuns Flamin' Hot contains red 40 lake, yellow 6 lake, MSG, sodium diacetate, and undisclosed chemical mixtures listed simply as natural and artificial flavors. The sodium is where it really gets deceptive. A single serving of about 13 rings has 290 to 300 milligrams, but a full 6-ounce bag contains roughly 6 servings. If someone sits down and finishes the bag, that's approximately 1,740 to 1,800 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly 80% of an adult's daily limit from one bag of a snack most people consider light. The perception of being lighter and more harmless than Cheetos or Takis is exactly what makes Funyuns more dangerous in practice. People eat more of them because they don't feel heavy and they never check the label. Number 7. Turbos Flammas. Turbos Flammas are part of the Sabritas brand family under Frito-Lay, and they contain red 40 lake, yellow 6 lake, MSG, sodium diacetate, corn syrup solids, and modified cornstarch. That's already a concerning list, but there's something most people miss entirely. Turbos also contain hydrolyzed corn protein. That's a second source of free glutamates, which are essentially the same compound as MSG. So you're getting a double dose of flavor enhancers without realizing it, because the label lists them under 2 different names. This is a common industry tactic. If a product lists MSG and hydrolyzed protein separately, your brain processes them as 2 unrelated ingredients. But your body is absorbing double the glutamates, and glutamates are what make these snacks almost impossible to stop. Eating. That's not an accident, it's by design. Number 6. Andy Capp's Hot Fries. Andy Capp's might be the single worst ingredient list of any major spicy snack on the market. The Fire Fries variety contains TBHQ, 3 artificial dyes, red 40 lake, yellow 5 lake, and yellow 6 lake, plus MSG, disodium guanylate, disodium inosinate, and in some formulations, BHA and BHT, which are additional synthetic preservatives, along with sodium bisulfite. TBHQ is a synthetic preservative derived from hydroquinone. A 2022 peer-reviewed study published in the National Library of Medicine found that long-term TBHQ exposure at higher doses results in, and I quote, substantial danger to public health with cytotoxic, genotoxic, carcinogenic, and mutagenic effects. A separate 2021 study by the Environmental Working Group found that TBHQ affects immune cell proteins and may influence how well flu vaccines work. TBHQ is banned entirely in Japan, and in January 2013, Conagra voluntarily recalled roughly 756 cases of Andy Capp's for containing an undeclared soy allergen, which is a serious and potentially life-threatening issue for anyone with soy sensitivity. The brand markets itself as fun and nostalgic, the kind of thing you'd grab at a bowling alley or a gas station without thinking twice. And that casual familiarity is exactly what makes it dangerous. Nobody reads the ingredient list on a bag of Andy Capp's, but if you did, you'd find one of the most concerning formulations in the entire snack aisle. But it gets worse from here. These next 5 brands are the ones that millions of people eat every single day. Number 5. Chester's Flamin' Hot Fries. Chester's is essentially the fry-shaped version of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, using the same seasoning blend. 3 artificial dyes, red 40 lake, yellow 6 lake, yellow 6. MSG, disodium inosinate and guanylate, and 290 milligrams of sodium per 1 ounce serving. It flies under the radar because parents tend to focus on Cheetos and Takis when they hear about spicy snack dangers. But Chester's uses the same Flamin' Hot formula that doctors have linked to gastritis in children, the same blend that sends kids to the emergency room, the same dyes that require warning labels in Europe. Reporters in Memphis documented kids buying little Ziploc bags of hot fries at school, trading them like currency. And the packaging features the Chester Cheetah cartoon mascot, which appeals directly to children, despite Frito-Lay's claim that they don't market to kids under 12. Number 4. Doritos Flamin' Hot Doritos. Flamin' Hot Nacho contains 4 artificial dyes: Red 40 Lake, Yellow 6 Lake, Yellow 6, and Yellow 5. But the Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch variant contains 6: Red 40 Lake, Yellow 6 Lake, Yellow 6, Yellow 5, Blue 1, and Red 40. 6 petroleum-based dyes in a single bag of chips. That's among the highest of any snack on the market. Here's what makes this one especially frustrating. Doritos sold in the United Kingdom and across Europe use natural colorings. The exact same brand, made by the exact same company, PepsiCo's Frito-Lay division, uses completely different formulations depending on the country. Natural colors for European kids, petroleum dyes for American kids. Same company, same product name, different ingredients based on where you live. That comparison alone should tell you everything you need to know about how seriously these companies take your health versus how seriously they take their profit margins. Number 3. Pocky One Chip Challenge. On September 1st, 2023, a 14-year-old boy named Harris Woolabaugh ate a single Pocky One Chip Challenge chip at his school in Worcester, Massachusetts. The chip contained Carolina Reaper pepper at 2.2 million Scoville units and Naga Viper pepper at 1.4 million Scoville units, concentrations comparable to commercial pepper spray. It was sold in a coffin-shaped box for about $10. Hours later, Harris was dead. The autopsy, released in May 2024, determined the cause of death was cardiopulmonary arrest in the setting of recent ingestion of food substance with high capsaicin concentration. He also had an undiagnosed enlarged heart and a congenital heart defect, a condition he never knew about. His family filed a wrongful death lawsuit in July 2024, seeking over $350 million against Paqui, Hershey, and Walgreens. Their attorney said the promotion was clever, but deadly, and Harris wasn't the only one hurt. 3 California high school students were hospitalized in 2022. 7 Minnesota students needed paramedic treatment that same year. A 6th grader in San Francisco ended up in the hospital in 2023. The product was voluntarily pulled from shelves in September 2023 and permanently discontinued. But the damage was already done. The National Capital Poison Center warned that capsaicin overload can trigger allergic reactions, trouble breathing, irregular heartbeats, heart attacks, and strokes. Darren Detweiler, a foodie, safety expert at Northeastern University, said an overload of capsaicin could actually put someone in a state similar to shock. This wasn't a snack. It was a medical risk marketed as entertainment, packaged in a coffin, sold at convenience stores next to the candy bars, with no age verification required. And while Pocky is now discontinued, multiple copycat products have already filled the void. The challenge culture hasn't gone anywhere. If anything, it's gotten worse. Number 2. Tacos Fuego. Tacos Fuego contains Red 40 Lake, Yellow 6 Lake, MSG, TBHQ, hydrolyzed soy protein, and disodium inosonate and guanylate. It's the only major brand on this list that contains both artificial dyes and TBHQ together. But the sodium is where Takis really separates itself. A single 1-ounce serving, roughly 12 chips, contains 420 milligrams of sodium. That is the highest sodium per serving of any major spicy snack brand in America. Here's the math that should concern every parent. A typical small bag contains over 1,200 milligrams of sodium. A 4-ounce bag, the size most kids actually eat, contains 1,680 milligrams. The American Heart Association recommends that children between ages 4 and 8 consume no more than 1,200 milligrams of sodium per day. A single 4-ounce bag of Takis exceeds an entire day's sodium limit for a young child. Dr. Carrie Cavender at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital in Memphis told reporters that spicy snack-related stomach problems bring 100 to 150 patients to her facility every month. Dr. Partha Nandi, a gastroenterologist, said these kids are eating them and they're having a lot of pain, so bad that they end up in the emergency room. A 16-year-old girl in Fresno named Gabriela Gauna was hospitalized after eating Takis consistently for 6 months. Multiple school districts in New Mexico, California, and Illinois have banned them. California's AB 2316 law, signed in September 2024, will ban all foods containing Red 40, Yellow 5, and Yellow 6 from K through 12 schools by December 31, 2027. Red 40 is completely banned in Norway and Iceland. TBHQ is banned in Japan. But in the United States, your child can buy a bag of Takis from a vending machine at school. Number 1. Flamin' Hot Cheetos. If there's one spicy snack that's done more damage to children's health than any other, it's this one. Flamin' Hot Cheetos contain 4 petroleum-derived artificial dyes: Red 40 Lake, Yellow 6 Lake, Yellow 6, and Yellow 5. They contain MSG, sodium diacetate, disodium inosinate, and disodium guanylate. Dr. Martha Rivera at White Memorial Medical Center in Los Angeles sees 5 to 6 children with gastritis every single day directly linked to spicy snack consumption. Dr. Robert Glatter, an ER physician at Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City, said he's seen children who eat 4 or 5 bags come in screaming in pain and described it as almost like a food addiction. In 2018, a 17-year-old named Renee Craighead in Memphis had her gallbladder surgically removed after eating roughly 4 large bags of hot Cheetos per week. That same year, rapper Lil Xan was hospitalized and said hot Cheetos ripped something in his stomach open. Dr. Kathleen Bershelman at St. Louis Children's Hospital documented that the massive concentration of Red 40 dye in hot Cheetos turns children's stools bright red and orange. Parents rush their kids to the emergency room thinking they're bleeding internally. The fact that it takes that much dye consumption to cause this visible change is itself evidence of how much kids are eating. Flamin' Hot Cheetos have been banned in school districts across California, Illinois, and New Mexico. The packaging features a cartoon cheetah mascot that directly appeals to children. And the company's origin story about a janitor named Richard Montanez inventing the recipe was debunked by the LA Times in 2021. Meanwhile, the European Union requires a mandatory warning label on every single artificial dye in this product. Countries like Norway and Iceland have banned Red 40 entirely. A 2023 study found that Red 40 caused DNA damage, colonic inflammation, and negatively impacted the gut microbiome in animal models. As of April 2025, the FDA announced an initiative to phase out all 6 remaining petroleum-based synthetic dyes by the end of 2026 to 2027. But it's voluntary compliance, not a ban. The FDA is asking nicely, not requiring anything. FDA Commissioner Marty Makary acknowledged that parents and doctors have concerns about petroleum-based food dyes, which have no nutritional benefit. But consumer advocates at the Center for Science in the Public Interest called the announcement disappointing, noting that no actual rulemaking of any sort was issued. Meanwhile, states are taking matters into their own hands. California, West Virginia, Utah, and Texas have all passed or proposed legislation targeting artificial colors in food, especially in schools. But the food industry isn't going quietly. The International Association of Color Manufacturers has already filed lawsuits against West Virginia and Texas, arguing these state laws are unconstitutionally vague. So right now, today, nothing has changed at the federal level. These dyes are still in the bag. The only thing standing between your family and these ingredients is your willingness to read the label and make a different choice. All right, so now that we've covered what to avoid, here's the good news. You don't have to give up spicy snacks entirely. There are companies out there making spicy chips with real ingredients, real spices, and real colors derived from plants instead of petroleum. These 5 brands prove that it's absolutely possible to make a snack that tastes good and won't flood your body with synthetic chemicals. They're also widely available, so you don't have to hunt them down at specialty stores. Safe brand number 5, Pop Chips. Sweet heat. Pop chips are air-popped using heat and pressure, not fried and not baked, which is a third cooking method that most people haven't heard of. The sweet heat flavor has just 120 calories per serving, the lowest of any spicy chip option, with about 4 grams of fat. That's less than half the fat of traditional fried chips. The ingredient list includes potato flour, rice flour, sunflower oil, and spices. The company has publicly confirmed they use zero MSG. Color comes from paprika extract, not petroleum. They're gluten-free, kosher, and widely available at Walmart, Target, and Amazon. If you're calorie conscious or watching your fat intake, these are probably the best option on the list. Safe brand number 4. Spudsy Hot Fries. If you're looking for a direct replacement for Chester's Hot Fries or Andy Capp's, this is it. Spudsy makes their fries from upcycled sweet potatoes, the ones rejected by grocery stores for cosmetic imperfections. Their mission is called Save the Spud, and they've diverted over 150 million pounds of perfectly good sweet potatoes from going to waste. They're baked, not fried. No artificial dyes, no TBHQ, no MSG. Color comes from annatto, which is a natural plant-based pigment that's been used in food for centuries. They're vegan, gluten-free, grain-free, and non-GMO. About 130 calories per serving with 5 grams of fat. The sweet potato base also adds natural fiber and vitamins that you'd never get from a corn-based fry. They're the only clean option on this list that comes in a fry shape, which matters if you or your kids specifically like that format. They're a genuine swap, not a compromise. Safe brand number 3, Late July Jalapeno Lime. Late July uses USDA organic corn as their base, which means no pesticide residue, no GMOs, and no synthetic fertilizers in the foundation of the chip itself. The jalapeno lime seasoning is made from actual jalapeno pepper, green bell pepper powder, lime juice powder, and real spices. No artificial colors, no MSG, no TBHQ. Only 150 milligrams of sodium per serving compared to 420 in Takis. That's a 64% reduction. They're certified gluten-free, non-GMO, vegan, kosher, peanut-free, and tree-nut-free, which makes them safe for just about every dietary restriction and allergy concern you can think of. They also have the widest availability of any brand on this safe list. You can find them at Target, Walmart, Kroger, Safeway, Whole Foods, and most major grocery chains. The heat level is mild to medium, which makes them the best option for families with younger kids who still want something with a little kick. If you're looking for something the whole family can eat without worrying, this is probably the most practical and accessible option out there. Safe brand number 2, Beanfields Jalapeno. Nacho Beanfields makes their chips from black beans and navy beans, which completely changes the nutritional profile compared to a typical corn or potato chip. Each serving gives you 4 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber. That's double the protein and 4 times the fiber you'd get from Takis. The beans require less fertilizer and about half the water of other protein crops, so even the environmental impact is lower. Color comes from paprika and annatto. No artificial anything. They're a certified B Corporation, which means they meet verified standards for social and environmental performance. They're also non-GMO verified, certified gluten-free, certified kosher, vegan, and made in a peanut-free facility. And they're the most affordable clean option on this list at roughly 54 cents per ounce, which is actually cheaper per ounce than most of the junk brands we just covered. Safe brand number 1, Siete Fuego. This is the gold standard. Siete Fuego potato chips are kettle cooked in avocado oil. The heat comes from real red chili powder, jalapeno powder, and habanero powder. The color comes from beet powder, not red 40. Umami flavor comes from nutritional yeast, not MSG. The entire ingredient list is 14 recognizable real food items. Here's the comparison that says it all. Siete Fuego has 120 milligrams of sodium per serving. Takis Fuego has 420. That's 71% less. Siete uses avocado oil. Takis uses palm oil. Siete uses beet powder. Takis uses red 40. Same concept, spicy, bold, Mexican-inspired chips. Completely different ingredients. Siete was founded by the Garza family, a Mexican-American family from South Texas who started making clean label food after health challenges pushed them to rethink what they were eating. It's available at Whole Foods, Target, Walmart, Sprouts, H-E-B, and Amazon. Look, the point of this video isn't to scare you into never eating a chip again. It's to show you what's actually in these products so you can make an informed decision for yourself and your family. The companies that make Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Takis already sell cleaner versions of these same snacks in Europe. They know how to do it. They just choose not to here because the FDA doesn't make them, and because petroleum dyes are cheaper than beet powder and paprika extract. PepsiCo just launched what they call Simply NKD versions of Doritos and Cheetos without artificial dyes, so they can do it when they feel enough pressure. But those cleaner versions sit right next to the original products on the same shelf at a slightly higher price. And the originals, the ones loaded with Red 40 and Yellow 6, are still there. Still marketed to your kids. Still showing up in school vending machines. The 5 safe brands we covered today prove you don't need any of that. You can have spicy chips with real ingredients, real spices, and real colors from plants. They taste good, they're widely available, and they won't send anyone to the emergency room. But now you know the difference, and once you know, you can't unknow it. If this video changed the way you think about what's in your snacks, subscribe so you don't miss our next one. We'll be breaking down another category of everyday grocery store products that aren't as safe as you think. That video will be on screen shortly. I'll see you there.